Hey guys, Keltikin. Welcome back to the channel. If you have not subscribed yet, please hit the subscribe down below. Don't forget to hit that bell so you can stay up to date on my latest videos. I need to talk to you about fat around the midsection. This is not just a big deal because we don't want to have a fat midsection. I'm not just talking about the look of it, but I'm talking about the dangers of having fat around your midsection. It's much more dangerous than having fat on your legs or having fat on your arms, as that is where all of our organs are, our important organs. And when we surround those organs with fat, we put ourselves at risk for many different types of diseases. Get rid of that fat off the midsection. It is going to make you so much healthier. You're gonna feel better. You're gonna feel lighter. You're gonna be able to move better. You're going to live longer. You're gonna increase the quality of your life. Now, I know that abs are made in the kitchen. That is 1,000% true. What matters, 90%, 85 to 90% comes from the foods that you eat. Okay, and that's why people say abs are made in the kitchen. I know I've already talked about the kinds of foods that you need to eat, and I'm going to put that in the description so that you can go back and check some of those videos of what kinds of foods you should be eating in order to keep a lean midsection. But what should you be doing for your core or for your abs? When we talk about core, we talk about abs, the abdominal muscles, okay? We think of abs like, oh, having a six-pack or having abs that are flat. Core, when we talk about the core, and a lot of people get core and abs mixed up. The core is actually anything in between your armpits and your hips. Anything that you do, you should be using your core. The core is where all your strength comes from. Abs, I'm going to go through, and what I want to do is I've just done a lot of great ab exercises over the years, and I'm going to show you some of my favorites, the ones I really like. The abs are primarily slow twitch muscle fibers. Those are those endurance fibers, the type of muscles that we want to train with high reps. And abs are one of the only muscles that you can still train even if they're sore. If your back or your chest or your legs, like if they're sore, if you've torn them down recently, you don't want to train them until that soreness is gone. But abs, one of those muscles where you can even train it when it's sore and it's still gonna benefit you. It's actually the fastest recovering muscle in the whole body. They can take a lot of training, the abs. I mean, you can just train them pretty much as often as you want. Right now, I'm gonna show you some of my favorite ab exercises from over the years. So first of all is the basic crunch. And the only reason I want to talk about this is because people get the form wrong on this. Look at my elbows, they're back. I'm basically pressing my chest and my chin up to the ceiling. My hands are just barely touching the back of my head. As long as you keep that form, these are not going to hurt your neck. Okay, next up, we have the cable knee pull-ins. So I'm basically just hooking my ankles to a cable, and then I'm holding on to something behind me, and I'm pulling those knees in as close to my chest as I can. And these are gonna work the hip flexors, but you're gonna feel them in the abs also. And gosh, this is just one of my favorite exercises. I love the cable knee pull-ins. Okay, number 3, decline medicine ball sit-up. So make sure you have a healthy low back for these, because if you don't, this could hurt your low back. But you're just going to come back, and as you come up, you're going to press that medicine ball up to the sky. Okay, so next we have got the triangle kickouts. You're just going to hold on to something behind you, and you just kind of alternate legs each rep. This is a great ab exercise right here. So this next one I call leg lowers. And I know it looks like I'm going kind of fast when I'm coming down, but what you're trying to do is you're trying to lower your legs as slow as possible, but it is easier said than done. This is such a good exercise for hitting that lower ab area. So this next one is called a landmine crunch because the thing that bar is sitting in is called a landmine. Now, if you don't have one, you can just set the bar on the floor in a corner and you can do these. It just gives you a little bit of weight when you do your crunches. You don't need a whole lot, but just a little variation of a regular crunch. So another exercise with the landmine is a landmine rotation while lying down. So this one, you're just trying to keep your arms straight. You're just rotating side to side. Another great ab exercise. So my next exercise is going to be on the Bosu ball while holding the medicine ball with straight arms out in front of me. I'm just going to rotate. This one is also going to be a little bit of a leg exercise because you're having to balance yourself, and when you squat down like that, you're going to feel that in those quads. Okay, now this one is one of my all-time favorites. These are pullovers, and you can do them with a bar or with dumbbells. Now, when you do these, you want to make sure to flex your abs as hard as you can. And this one is so good for lengthening out the midsection, and especially like us women after we have babies and we have some loose skin there. This is so good for tightening up that skin. I just love these. Okay, so now that's it. We are to my all-time favorite ab exercise ever. And I know I've gotten a lot of hate for this, but you know how it is. When you're on top, you're going to hear a lot of noise from the bottom. So this one is you are standing against the wall with your arms up. I'm just holding on to the top of the pad at the wall, and Eric is actually hitting my abs just gently, just doing kind of a gentle boxing on them. And I'm telling you, this is the time that I had the best abs ever in my life, was when I was doing these at least twice a week, if not 3, 4, 5 times a week. It doesn't take a lot, but when you're doing these, I don't know what it is, but it forces you to, like, it's almost like you can't breathe from your stomach. Like you just have to hold your abs so tight and you're trying to breathe at the same time. And I don't know what it does, but I mean, this will dial your abs in like nothing else. I promise you that. If you try this, please make sure you're not pregnant, obviously. But if you are healthy and you can handle just a little bit of like light hitting on your abdominal area, these are the all-time best exercise, in my opinion. Okay, so finally, last thing I want to tell you is just, it's so important to stretch out your abs. And doing a bridge like what I'm doing in this picture right here is awesome. I mean, I'm not doing it very good right here in this picture because bridges are hard and I'm not a gymnast. And the more you do them, the better you're going to get at them. But if you can just try to do a bridge or a variation of a bridge, which you will see in some of my other stretching videos, and I'll link those down in the description there for you. But stretching those out, that is also just so beneficial for that midsection. But thank you so much for joining me for this video today. And please, if you like this, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe.